Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This channel is for complete beginners who want to learn how to sew but feel confused and overwhelmed. I'll break sewing down into simple, slow and beginner-friendly lessons so you can learn with ease. We'll be making this simple, stylish top with straps. If this is something you want to learn, stick to the end of the video.
So the first thing I did was to fold my fabric in two, and I'm going to just take my top length. So this is in form of an off-shoulder top, so I'll be using -5 to 27. The top length I'm working with is 26 plus 1 inch for fold. So I already went ahead to mark my -5, as you can see. The next thing I'm going to do is to take my waist measurements, which is -5 to 16. So I just marked it, and I'm going to connect with my ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you can just use your free hand. So once we've marked that already, the next thing we are going to do is to take our armhole measurement. The armhole we'll be working with is 9.5, so I'll just mark that. And we'll just connect it. So the next thing we are doing is to take our neck measurement. For our neck measurement, we multiplied our neck by 2. Then we're using 8. So go ahead and mark the 8 on our armhole line and connect. The next thing we are going to do is to take our bust measurement on our armhole line, just like this. Then we'll go out with 2-inch allowance. So on our top length, we're going to mark our bust measurement and add extra 6-inch because it's in form of an A-line top. And I'll just connect it to my bust measurements. As you can see, you can use your free hand. I just decided to use a rule. So once we've done that, we'll connect our armhole to our neckline, just like this. And that is basically all for this simple top. If you don't want the edge of your top looking so straight, you can come up by 1.5 inch and connect it. That way you have a slanted top. So I'm just going to cut out my top. So for guide, the dimension of fold I use for this top is 18 inches. If you're wondering how to fold. So I'm just going to cut the top out now. And I'll do the same thing for the back. So this is practically all for the cutting of this top. So I already went ahead to cut the same thing for the back. As you can see, they look the same. The next thing I'm going to do is cut out straps for this top. For my straps, I'll be using a 3-inch band folded in two to give me 1.5 inch. So I'm just going to stitch it down. Then I went ahead to open up the top. This is what it looks like opened up. So I'll just go over to my sewing machine and stitch the sides. I already stitched it up at the two sides. This is what it's looking like already. Then I cut out 1-inch strap in form of bias. I'll be using it to bias my armhole. But instead of sewing it like the normal bias, I'm going to be sewing it from the inside out. I'm going to show you how I did it. But you can just bias it if you want. So this is what it looks like. I already went ahead to sew it down. Then I folded with 1/4 inch and folded again. So this is what it's looking like. Then I'm going to sew it down. So this is the final result. I already biased my armhole, as you can see. So the next thing I'm going to do is to fold my neckline. I'm going to pass my straps here, so I have to fold with 1/2 inch, then come out again with 1 inch so that my straps can pass through. So I already went ahead to stick that down. So this is what it's looking like already. It's coming out pretty. So after I did that, I also went ahead to fold my top length with the 1 inch allowance. So the next thing we'll be doing is to pass our strap. So you can see I'm already passing my strap on the neckline. So I'm going to do that gently in order for my strap not to twist. So I already went ahead to do that. This is what my top is looking at this point. So to get your actual strap measurements, you have to take your neck measurements. I took mine and I got 8, exactly 8. So you should get your neck measurement. The next thing I did was to take my shoulder to armhole measurement, which is 9.5. Which is 9.5. So I'm just going to join my straps together, and that'll be basically all for this top. So this is the result of the top. If you stick to the end of this video, please subscribe, like and comment. Thank you.